So I never did do a pre-release thoughts video for Caution, which is the second book in the Blackwood After Dark series. Um, am I ashamed of myself? Yes. Um, am I ashamed of y'all? Also, yes, because why on earth would y'all let me get away with it? Y'all been letting me treat this series like it's not fire. I But no, in seriousness, Clarity, which is book 3 of the Blackwood After Dark series, is finished. If you are on Patreon, you have already had access to it. It's going to be released publicly a week from today. Today is Thursday. We're going to, fingers crossed, that I actually get this edited and get it up and, have it available and ready to go. All that good stuff. But writing this little series has been quite a little ride. It's yeah. So for a lot of people, you first met the Blacks or first saw a reference to the Blacks in Hostile Takeover. But Hostile Takeover was actually not first. Curiosity was actually first. Um, and then I looped it into Hostile Takeover because I thought y'all know me. I can't let a potential reference pass me by. So I just couldn't help myself. I had to put the little Easter egg or whatever in. Um, but yeah, like I said, Curiosity was actually first. And I set up this world because, again, I can't help myself. I could have just left it at that one book and been done with it. But of course, because that is just not in my nature, I always have to make things difficult for myself. We end up with a series. Curiosity, Caution, and Clarity. All three are a series, of course. You're following the Black brothers who are descendants of original vampires or first vampires, meaning that they were not turned. They are bloodline vampires, essentially. Which you start to get into a bit of, I guess, interesting lore that I did not explore. But when you think about vampires, it's like, so are you born a vampire? Like, do you like? Is there human life essence like mixed into your formula? Like, is that what's in your bottle? I don't know. But one of the really fun things with writing paranormal is that you get to create your own lore. It's like vampires, they have the stuff that's kind of in popular culture, wooden stakes and garlic and not being able to be out during the daytime. But all my vampires can be out during the daytime. I don't think they have a problem with garlic. As a matter of fact, I think they probably want a little garlic powder, a little Lawry's, a little black pepper in the food. It was really fun, doing the research and figuring out like the thing with the roses or whatever, where just that aversion to the roses and just different little, different little tidbits or whatever that I was able to weave in. And especially going into Caution and Clarity, where in Caution, skip this part if you haven't read it yet, but in Caution you have a heroine who actually has some of her own kind of sort of paranormal blood, and which can be hooked back to Haunted and that paranormal series. And then in Clarity, which you more likely than not have not read yet, and so I'm going to try to keep the spoilers to a minimum. But in Clarity, you definitely have another level of paranormal happening there as well, which was actually hinted at the end of Caution. So it's fun. It's fun, but also quite challenging because you can make the world anything you want it to be, but you can make the world anything you want it to be, and there is a lot that goes into that. But I will say that I was able to have fun with it. I was really glad to be able to start and finish a project, Clarity, with pretty decent timing. I had started and stopped it a couple of times, and then my family went on a cruise, which you may or may not have seen on the channel. You may or may not have seen the video from that. And then after we got back from that, I have been able to really kind of sort of buckle down and really get things, really get some writing done, which I have been so grateful for, because you guys know that has been incredibly challenging for me over the last 2 years. River and Paris, their dynamic is interesting. It's kind of sort of insta love, kind of sort of enemies to lovers, just because of um, the dynamic that they find themselves placed in, just because of different family history and etc. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to tell too much. I love them separately, love them together. Paris is kind of the wild child. River is also kind of a wild child, but in a little bit of a different way. She is a very adventurous sort of heroine, and so I think that she is a good counterbalance for Paris. In the course of the series, I've done everything that I wanted to do with these characters, but I will say I feel like there is a lot more to that world. There's a lot more to that world, and that's why the Blackwood After Dark kind of naming convention is going to get modified to, you know, maybe Blackwood After Dark, the Black Brothers, to denote that there's more to Blackwood After Dark, but this right here is the Black Brothers. I would love to explore the paranormal in a way that it's not so focused on the romance, that it's not so, you know, about this couple's love story. Like, I would like to like really dig more into like the lore and, you know, these different vampires and werewolves and shifters and Eonians, which is what like Aram, Khalida, that's what they would be designated as. Fairies, I don't know, uh, what else? Mermaids, like all of it together. I feel like there is a whole lot of potential for, you know, what could happen, and I feel like there is a lot of there's just a lot of story there. When, like I said, it's like you have all these, you know, you have the vast world and all these different potential plot lines, and then you add on to that paranormal element that anything can happen with, and I am just I'm excited about the potential of that as well, while also being very happy with, you know, with what I was able to do with the Blacks, and just kind of have a little fun, and really only scratching the surface. So yeah, that would be my pre-release thoughts on Clarity. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying my best to like really get back into my groove and really get back to myself. BJ just had his first birthday. I did do quite a bit of filming for that. Well, I won't say quite a bit of filming, but I did do some filming for that. I just have not edited that video yet because it's a lot of video to edit, between, you know, making his cake and his little photo shoot, and then, you know, singing happy birthday to him. All of that little stuff, I'll probably put together like a little short video to share that. And moving forward, hopefully I will be, you know, pulling myself back into my presence, not just here, but just in terms of, you know, letting you guys know what's available and letting you guys know what's coming, and just keep you in the loop, keeping it like, y'all know.